women could be very difficult, emotional, aggravating, and just like, just plain stupid. And like with this, just with my latest thoughts, it had me thinking, and it just brought me to my next point. Those who know. Those who don't. Shout out Joe Jones. My uncle, he got the right idea. Being that this ain't really like the motherland, and we could have 15 or 20 of them on our side, and that just is what it is, and you gotta respect our mind. My boy always had him a killer since his high school days, since the 70s. He always had him a killer. And currently, he's still in the field, just doing his Thug Dizzle. And I think he got the right idea. Shout out Joe Jones. And I'm going to throw out a little disclaimer. Rumble has no problems. I'm third generation with it. So before y'all try to send slick shots, I have no problems in that department. Just a thought.
What? Oh, whoa. Welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man Aldo Nice.
Whoa, Raj Smooth.
The Banana Master.
One. It's your boy Los, a.k.a. CAP.
Now, why couldn't you choose a different fruit?
Pause.
Peach Master.
The Aldo Nice, the Mahogany Master.
Los, a.k.a. Eggplant Daddy.
Al, a.k.a. Footlong Papa.
We just need to change this to the Penal Podcast.
Yeah, y'all said y'all gonna start a whole penis podcast. No, let's go back to Rumble. Rumble, I don't know if you can start a podcast by saying women are stupid.
That man obviously broke up with his old lady recently.
No, like we have to surmise that that's what happened.
That's not even what happened. She ran through his phone and tore his shit up for no reason, something stupid like that.
Well, something happened, but I don't know if he broke up. I don't know if he broke up with her per se, but they aren't on good terms.
They aren't on good terms is the right way.
No, they definitely beefing. He still love her though. That's the prize. He still love her.
One does not say things like this about and then he outed our uncle. Like, man, that shout out. This podcast brought to you by the Mixer one time. That man,
that boy still in the field.
But the funny thing, yeah, he's still in the field. But the funny thing is, he tell me like, man, don't be like me, boy. I'm 50-something years old, man. Get you something, man. Settle down, something to wipe that ass when you get older, man.
That's what my pa said. The same thing. He told me he was getting his ass wiped by my mama when he was in the hospital, and he said, "Hey, you never know when you need a woman to wipe your ass, son. Get you a good wife." Exact word.
Yes, that's real. That's real. I know if I'm 100% trying to be pimp daddy for my life, I'm gonna open up a beauty salon. Straight up. Like, that's how you do it. I've gotten the blueprint.
With buku cocoa butter?
Whatever they need.
No, gotta have coconut Earl, bro.
I mean, I feel like people sometimes be like, man, I don't have to get married because I got kids. They'll wipe my ass when I get older. Your kids don't really want to wipe your ass. They're going to put you in that home and let people wipe your ass.
Depending on what kind of kids you got, but yeah, I feel.
I get you. Yeah, you might have to have some dedicated kids.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. You got to have a daughter. Sons ain't really wiping their dad's ass like that.
You know that's the truth.
You got to have a little girl.
That's a true statement.
You got to have a little girl.
Statement.
I mean, I like if I had to, I'll unzip my daddy pants and like I might even hold that wood for him if he needed to pee, but like I ain't wiping his ass. I feel like that's way less intrusive.
I wipe his ass.
I feel like if that man. I feel like if that man would work to pee, that man hand worked to hold his wood.
I agree with you.
What if that man hand was like arthritis and he couldn't they was like lock hand?
He put the longest finger he got up under that hole.
You just
that bitch up and
set that wood on their hand, cause the hand it's still a hand nonetheless, cause don't never turn into nothing else.
And only wear pants with elastic.
Cause I done been immobilized a few times. Cause you scrub it down. Cause you get in, you be straight. So I don't think you have to hold nobody wood to piss.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking about the scene on Hustle and Flow when Ludacris was in the bathroom with Terrence Howard. Man, Ludacris, man, you need to use the bathroom, man. Ludacris, man. Say Ludacris, man.
The nigga name wasn't Ludacris, bro.
What his name was? Something Black.
Crunchy Black.
Not. I don't think it's Crunchy Black.
Yeah, it was.
Skinny Black.
Skinny Black. Yeah. Why I say Crunchy?
Because Crunchy Black was in 3 6 Mafia.
That's why. You right. Mm-hmm. Big facts.
So I was thinking about that scene. No homo. Pause. I'm sorry for the no homo. This podcast is very inclusive. So, you know, just pause it. Just pause the literature. That's all. That's all.
Fast forward.
And, you know, no. Rumble said this ain't the motherland where we could we can't have 16, 17 of them. I don't know if that's even legal in most countries in the motherland.
I feel like that's not what they're doing in the motherland, though. I mean, unless he read a book that I didn't read, I think they'll still give you that work in the motherland if you fuck them over.
I still feel like in that motherland, it's dangerous enough to have you one. How you want to have 17? Cause that mean like odds are one of them got that gangster.
Oh no, one of them. If it's 17 in the motherland, 7 of them got the gangster easy. Motherland. And you know what?
I was a Wakanda for life, man.
And
you know what? The ones with that gangster got that good.
That Gwen.
She leave a trail behind when she walks. You know they don't wear clothes out there. She leave a trail behind.
Damn.
How y'all gonna trans segue this conversation to whatever we're talking about next?
All right,
that's our job. That's not my job.
That's our job, right? So we talk about socially acceptable things to laugh at. I mean, and that's where we was going with it. So might as well go there. I'm gonna preface it with saying that you know, a lot of things transpire throughout the week. We all have interesting interactions with people, and I find that a lot of the content that we have for the podcast, a lot of it is just what's happening in society and bigger picture and stuff. But sometimes my favorite things to talk about are things that come up organically with conversations with people that you know, and that there are strong opinions on both sides. And that's what was happening this week. It was a lot of group text and conversation. So I'm going to air out some things from group text, but I already told the guys in the groups that I was going to talk about it.
Okay.
That just talked that the bigger concept was what's okay to laugh at. Like, is it okay to laugh at what we just said about, oh man, if you got something in the motherland, they got that gangster. We know that's stereotypical. We know funny. That if but it's funny, right? So, but we know if like we sitting in a meeting at work and a little white dude sitting over there and he like, yeah, I don't want to go to Africa because all of those black people got AIDS over there.
We got beef.
Be like,
now we got beef.
Like, now a part of me would be like, oh, I can't believe he said that, LOL. But nah, you can't say that though, dog. That white boy out of line saying that.
At the very least, I at least have to give you some type of look or say something professional enough where I won't get fired to let you know, hey, I recognize this shit was funny, but nah, relax.
And I mean,
well, what if he said the words, everybody in Africa got that gangster? Like, how would you feel about it?
If he said it just like that?
Just like that.
Oh my God!
I would have told him. I would have told him. That mean you got that gangster too.
See, Los, you're missing the point. Los, you're missing the point. Oh, if he said everybody in Africa got that gangster, that means he talking like a nigga, and it's funny. He's talking like that coach on Last Chance U.
No, I ain't met a white boy that cool before. Well, Jace probably that cool. Chase.
Damn, Jason not white. This podcast is brought to you by Jason, man. Shout out.
I said Chase.
Talking about CNH.
Oh,
podcast brought to you by CNH.
Shout out CNH.
Cock in hand. One time for the homie, man.
They're not supposed to know what that means.
Oh, he said it the first time he was on the podcast.
Did he?
Yes, he's like CNH. It stands for cock in hand. That's exactly what he's saying, guys. But yeah, anyway. So the first story we're talking about, a picture went viral on Instagram, and it was from Watch the Yard, which you guys can go follow Watch the Yard. Now you can go look at this picture if you want, and it's a picture of a young man. I don't know how young he is, but a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, the Q Dogs, and he had a shirt on. That's there was Conclave last weekend, which is their annual or biannual meeting of all of the Omegas, purple and gold. They'll descend upon the city. Every major black fraternity and sorority has the fraternities have a conclave. The sororities have a boule where they all meet in its meetings and its fellowship and its brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever. So they had theirs in New Orleans last weekend at the same time that the Zetas had theirs out there. So it was a lot going on.
It's a lot of pregnant going on right there.
It's a lot of, well, you know, Q Dogs. They have their reputation. We talked about it a few weeks ago with Just Devon. This podcast brought to you by Just Devon. That
shout out.
They were out there, you know, that back in the day they used to be cutting up and doing borderline Me Too things, and that's why this story becomes such an interesting one for me. So this one Q Dog had a shirt on, and it said, "Bill Cosby is my frat brother," and it had a pill on it, and it was purple and gold.
The pill was purple and gold?
No, the shirt was purple and gold. Oh. So, and just Devon said this like maybe 3 weeks ago. He was like, you don't hear the Q Dogs talking about Bill Cosby no more. They used to always say that's my frat brother. That was one they would pull out all the time, but now they don't say it no more.
They listen
and
to the podcast.
This was a glaring like example of no, we gonna embrace that, right? So the caption on the picture said, "We've been seeing this photo posted in multiple places around the internet all day, so we're gonna address it. At Watch the Yard is about promoting and preserving the culture of black fraternity and sororities. We use our platform to make a positive change in our community so that our organizations are around, surviving and thriving for our grandchildren and their grandchildren. So here it goes. 1, this is not okay. 2, it does not matter how you feel about the Cosby verdict. This is about the pill. The person specifically put a pill on the shirt to make a joke about rape. Not okay. 3, if you ever see your brother walking around and making jokes about rape and you don't check him, you are trash. Brothers, keep brothers in line. This message is to all frats. 4, it is hard to talk about, but we need to have a deep conversations about rape culture in black Greekdom and the black community in general. This is not just about one organization. This is an issue that needs to be addressed across the board for all orgs. 5, this is disrespectful to a great legacy of the prestigious organization and the National Panhellenic Council. This organization is a fraternity of great men who are loving fathers, uncles, and grandfathers. This is about making a mockery of that legacy and perpetuating the stereotype that all black men are predators. This does not display manhood or uplift. We will not just stand by and let someone disgrace that organization like that. 6, black fraternities are about service to the community. How would you feel if you saw someone who was mentoring your kids wearing that shirt? We as a community can't let this fly. So that was it. That was the caption. I will start by saying this, and I'm going to open it up for discussion, and I'm going to tell you some takes, some hot takes from some text groups and some individuals we've had on the podcast before, and just individuals who I talk to on a regular basis. I sent the picture to them when I saw the I didn't see the whole caption. I just saw the picture, and I sent it in a text group to a text group of 7, 8 other men of about our age.
Black men.
Okay. And I sent it to them, and I was like, I'm just going to leave this right here. And I put that right there. No, I mean, I did it like, okay, let's just start with talking about the culture of text groups. You guys are in a text group with me. Yeah. And y'all are obviously in other text groups with other people. Yeah. There's certain kind of etiquette to, you send things in the text group, for what purpose 95% of the time?
For shits and giggles.
That's how I feel, right? If I'm sending it to the text group, either it's something that we all gonna be like clowning, or something that's real fucked up, or it's a conversation starter, or it's a LOL. Ain't nothing liver than when you send something to a text group and you're just waiting. Then all of a sudden everybody like LOL and responding with crying eye emojis. You like, cutting, I'm setting off that. I just set it off.
Yeah.
So I sent it there. I just kind of wanted some feedback because a couple of the guys in the group are members of Omega Sci-Fi. They are Q Dogs. So I wanted to see what people was going to say. And before you go any further, I'll just tell you what some people said. Someone said the shirt is toxic masculinity. We need to do better as black men. What? Another guy said, where's the humor in threatening to rape a woman? It's a walking threat. Another person said, unfortunately, we are replicating the patriarchy. When men see other men doing stuff like, oh, buddy, we have to say, okay, I understand the goal was to be funny, but it isn't. It's similar to when white folks wear blackface on Halloween. As black people, we know it's not cool, but we need whites to speak out, not just them. And so that was their opinion. And they were very, very, very adamant about that's not funny and we can't allow it. What are your thoughts on that shirt, the scenario? I'm just so curious.
I'm going to let Raj take this one first. Go ahead, Raj.
Well, in my research, actually, let me talk about my experience with fraternity. So I'm not in a fraternity or never was in a fraternity. So she said this is a message to all frats. So what she was talking about doesn't pertain to me. So I saw a shirt that said,
I think it still pertains to you as a man, as a black man.
I know it does. I'm just being funny. So anyway.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
I saw a shirt that said, it had Bill Cosby on it, and there was a picture of him from the Cosby Show, and it said, "Look, either we fucking or I'm fucking." That would have been way worse of a shirt. This dude made this shirt himself. No,
I'm not laughing at that.
That's not cool. You see what I'm saying?
That's not cool. That's not cool at all.
No, it's not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. I thought the shirt was funny as shit, but it's not cool. Is this shirt funny? Probably not. It's not funny, but I'm socially it's not funny, but I'm gonna laugh. It gives me some shock value. I can't believe that he wore that shirt. You know, like that's not cool. But he made it himself, and he felt proud enough to wear it. And I think that man was just trying to make a tasteless joke, and I'm sure it made some people laugh. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay. Number one, I went to school at a black college, bro, and everybody know Omegas is known for a bunch of Me Too type shit. I mean, it is no secret. I done watched Omegas pick girls up and put their private parts on their face. I've seen Q-Dog walk around that thing.
Really? No, that's real shit. That's
and just snatching up chicks and grabbing them up and put them on their face. And like the girl, and most of them be big dudes too. So, you know what I'm saying? The girl had no chance of fighting or nothing. And then he put her down and he go and find somebody else to put, you know what I'm saying, their bloody rag in their face. He just don't, they just nasty niggas, man. So, you know what I'm saying? For me, it's not shocking that a Q-Dog did this. I feel like it's part
it's built in the culture.
Yeah, like you can't be Omega till you get a Me Too under your belt. You know what I mean? Like that's part of when you like when you go into what they call that when you first go in try
the interest meeting.
Yeah. Hey, how many Me Too's you got? You ain't got no Me Too's? You got 3.5? Oh, you legacy. Okay, come on. How many your daddy got? We'll give you one of his. Oh. You know what I mean? So I've seen what Cubans do at parties, bro. Them boys is Me Too kings, man. They just be snatching and with no drawers on, with jock straps, wilding on. That's what they do. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't take it no kind of way. If he says his frat brother and he want to put a pill in his shirt, if he put out there he cool with drugging chicks, I feel like he shouldn't have got no pussy that weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because if you fucking with him, you should be like, he might do the Cosby. Is it right? No. But it's funny as hell to me. But is it cool? But it's funny. The shirt is, he got a laugh out of me.
I think there's a couple of different questions here, right? Okay. It's like one of the questions is, and look, if y'all hear noise, I'm gonna address this later though. But yeah, I'm in a hotel room and they got people just running around in the hallway and people playing country music next door. So if y'all hear a fire little soundtrack this week, that's what's going on. But
you got an incest convention,
something. But I feel like there's two questions here. Mm-hmm. One of the questions is it okay? And one of the questions is it funny? And I think that they made the analogy. I mean, that's not the question I was asking though. When I put that shirt or I put that picture into the text group, my whole thought was, is this funny? Ha ha ha. Mm-hmm. You're just trying to get the funny reaction. Yeah. And to me, it's still funny. It's not appropriate. No. But it's funny. And the reason, and this is the funny aspect to me, and I think I can articulate it better out of my mouth than I could via text. Funny to me, there's a level of funny when stuff is all worthy. When somebody says, "Oh, yeah, oh, I can't," that's wild. Yeah. Wow is funny to me. Like, and the analogy that I came back to him with is, if I saw a cop wearing a T-shirt that said, "Y'all niggas better chill before I shoot y'all," that's wild. That's wild. But I would laugh. I'd be like, "Oh, that's fucked up." Like, I can't believe that cop wore that.
Yeah, he got some.
Like, yeah. That's kind of my thought on it. That you can have something that's inappropriate, but still everybody be like, "Oh,
that's funny.
That's funny that you did that. That's funny that you would think." But you still have to deal with the repercussions of said thing. Like you just said, he shouldn't have got no pussy, or he should be on social media receiving all kind of his cousin, his mama might hit him up, his sister might hit him up. That's why you wore that, why you thought that was appropriate. Yeah, all of that could have happened because
or you might get fired for that shit too, bro. The way you know what I'm saying. If you
the way 2018 going,
if you go too viral, in a negative light, bro, you'll lose your whole job, bro. So
he might lose his place in that fraternity.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But see, 9 times 10, if he wore that, he ain't pay no dues anyway. So he probably
that man. So what I forgot to mention is that man. That's not a bought T-shirt. I looked for it. That man made that T-shirt.
Of course he made that T-shirt.
That's a one of one.
That's what I'm telling you. He don't pay his yearly dues. He just showed up where everybody was gonna be at, and when paid his little $15 for that shirt. And like, ooh, look what I got. And the thing about it is, he showed some of his other bros the shirt.
And they wanted
it. You know what, Los? But that goes against everything that you just said because you said that's what them boys do.
Yeah.
You know, so like I think that man is according to the book of Los, is a very active member of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity.
He an active member on the Me Too side. Definitely.
That shirt's a one of one, Roger. I agree. But it's not at all a one of one type shirt. There are buku Bill Cosby Q Dog shirts.
Yeah.
Buku Q Dogs had shirts with Bill Cosby's picture on them last weekend. Case in point, one of our other frat brothers who was in the text group, I'm not even going to ride and go all in on who it was, but he posted a picture of a similar shirt. It just didn't have a pill. It didn't have Bill Cosby as my homeboy. It was just a purple and gold shirt with a picture of Bill Cosby on stage, like doing stand-up. And the response from that same text group was, you shouldn't wear that shirt. Maybe you should take that back. Now that you know that it's offensive, maybe you should take it back. And my thing is like, I don't understand when just having a picture of Bill Cosby, are you conflating it? And they basically said that because we all know it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek reference to rape culture, so you shouldn't even have a Bill Cosby shirt. But my thing is, so you can't wear a picture with XXX tension on the shirt because that means I'm condoning beating women, or LaShawn McCoy because you know what I mean?
Jersey.
I can't wear an Ezekiel Elliott jersey.
Big jersey because he killed dogs. You can't wear a Ray Lewis shirt jersey because he murdered somebody. You can't do nothing.
Man, they got. I don't know if y'all remember this, and I haven't seen them in a while. But every single time I would go to the store Journeys, I would see the picture of that dictator from Cuba. Is that who it is?
I don't know if it's Che Guevara.
Yeah, him. Was it Cuba?
You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, Che Guevara.
Like the dude wasn't he was very infamous. He wasn't a famous person. He was like disliked.
Depends on who you ask, but go ahead. Yeah.
Right. I don't know much about the dude, but I just know that he wasn't like a very, very.
He was a rebel.
Liked. You're right.
You can't wear El Chapo shirt either now because El Chapo killed folk and pushed super.
I think people wear all types of. I guess villainous shirts, if you will.
I think people pick and choose. You can't wear a Bill Clinton shirt because he signed off on putting all black people in jail.
I mean,
strike laws.
That's such a real point, though, Raj, that you said. Like, it's okay to condone a Pablo Escobar shirt, and we could all watch what is it? Narcos on Netflix, and it's all good, and we can wear Pablo shirts all day, and he was fucking killing Plato Plomo, killing everybody.
Yeah.
But rape, no, you can't wear it because Bill Cosby was accused of raping. He probably did some of that, so you can't wear it. You can't wear your Darren Sharper jersey. Nope. You can't wear your Brandon Browner shit. Nope. Like, you can't wear, like, all of a sudden it's like rape culture. It's like, no, you can't do that. But other, equally, I'm going to just go out and flat out say, more egregious actions are condoned. Because Pablo Escobar was way more egregious than Bill Cosby.
Oh, yes. Without a doubt. But, I mean, I feel like just because, Bill Cosby, whatever, he did all that 35, 40 and 25,000 years ago, whatever, I think that it doesn't take away from him being great. You know what I mean? Bill Cosby was a great, bro. You know what I mean? If you want to uplift him with his picture on your shirt, do your thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do I necessarily believe in? Do I believe at all in you cool if you rape somebody? No, I don't agree with that part. But I mean, Bill Cosby still is a great. I mean, we watch Bill Cosby every day in our household. You know what I mean? So,
piggybacking off of that, I actually saw a quote from Jerry Seinfeld last year. I'm sorry, it was actually it was last year, 2017, where he said, despite all of these accusations and bad rumors and bad press, Bill Cosby is the greatest comedian of all time.
Of all time, he better than Richard Pryor?
I mean, hey, it's up for discussion. All I'm saying, it's like me saying somebody is the greatest of all time, but it's arguable.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
like some,
right.
like, I mean, okay, cool. Like, they don't have an undisputed belt for these things. It's not like they've gotten a rap battle off or comedy off.
Playoff. The perfect analogy would be probably O.J. Simpson. Some people arguably the best running back ever, right?
Yeah.
But could you wear an O.J. Simpson shirt right now? Better yet,
sell them. Mitchell and Ness got
what's
O.J.
more
Simpson
infamous? What's more, like, what's worse? If somebody pulled up with an O.J. Simpson shirt or with a Bill Cosby shirt?
If he had the knife in his hand?
If they had the O.J. shirt that said, I went to the same school as O.J. and they got a knife on it. Is that worse than Bill Cosby saying, Bill Cosby is my friend brother with pills?
He said, 2 birds, 1 stone.
Wow.
That'd be fucked up.
Wow. With the bird emoji. With the little bird emoji. Wow.
I just think time, there's a quote, time heals all wounds. And I think that it's just because of how society perceives it as far as time goes, I think that it's a lot worse to wear a Bill Cosby shirt just because of people's sensitivity. Like, that's it. Yeah. But you know what's coming. I mean, it might have already come. I haven't seen every single comedy special, but I'm pretty sure that people are making Bill Cosby jokes on comedy specials.
Off top.
So, like, why can they make those jokes, but this Q can't wear this shirt in tasteless humor? You know what I mean?
It's okay. So let's backtrack on this, because a lot of times our podcast gets there's a point where our women listeners, and we have a lot of women listeners who will say we don't have a female opinion here, so it's kind of hard to kind of stomach some of the conversations when we get on a tangent like this. We are by no means trying to minimize the egregiousness of just a man, like just the concept of rape. The concept of rape is such a pussy ass thing. Yeah, like I'm not with it.
Yeah, at all.
I just don't
respect nobody who do it. I agree. Yeah, I'm not.
I know a lot of women that would look at that same shirt and say, that nigga wild. But they wouldn't automatically think that nigga is threatening to rape me.
Yeah.
They would look at it and see the humor. I think certain women would look at it and be like, damn, that feels like a rape threat and I don't want to be anywhere around him. Yeah. But other women would look at it like, this nigga is stupid.
Yeah.
And
keep moving.
And keep it moving. It might even be like that and laugh and be like, that nigga's stupid. Like, I can't believe this ignorant nigga would leave the house with that shirt.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. It's a mixed bag there. But that brings me to another story. I ain't even gonna steal Lauren's shit.
No, that's copyrighted.
Yeah, copyrighted. But the other story that the same text group was in an uproar about was the beef that's been going. It's a lot of beef this week. Floyd versus 50 Cent. Comedy. Pure comedy. Los, tell us some of it, man. Talk a little bit about the
pure, bro. I know when I saw 50 was like he outed Floyd for saying he had sexual intercourse with his best friend's old lady and his best friend old lady found out and wilded out and killed his old lady and himself, I believe. And
I think that was the antithesis of it. I think it started not the antithesis. I think that was the zenith of the beef. I don't remember how it started.
How did it start? What might have been 50 said something slick.
50 do be saying slick shit.
Yeah, 50 said something slick or something about Champ. No, he told some chick, he said, don't you ever compare me to bitch, don't you ever compare me to Champ. Some I would have paid for it or something. I would have bought you a bus ticket home. He said he buys love, and I would have bought you a bus ticket home. And then Floyd came back with a whole. He had a paper written by Aldo Nice saying a whole bunch of you know what I'm saying, running down 50 shit. Yeah. So yeah, I think it started with 50 like it always does.
I just really think, like, in my mind, we haven't gotten to this podcast yet, but them boys are definitely from the same tribe. I just want to put that out there.
Hey,
they might not be ready for that yet, but I think that's the truth.
Once we got 1,000 listeners tuning in, we hitting that tribe episode, man. Like, hey, man, you better tell a friend to tell a friend because that's the one y'all been wanting to hear. But yeah, that's exactly what you said, Los. And then, because obviously Floyd didn't write it, and then 50 said the response talking about this was Floyd's rough draft, and he couldn't spell nothing.
Yeah,
oh my God, that was funny. 50 had already beat him right there. He didn't need to go in any further.
But see, I think what people don't understand about 50, you really can't hurt his feelings. 50 is winning on Floyd is of course winning hugely, but like 50, you can't hurt 50 feelings. You can tell by the context of that Floyd Mayweather's response that he was hurt because he had somebody professionally write that. Nobody. I know for a fact you done had 50-something fights. You haven't written. You don't write that well, bro. Come on, bro. Let's be honest. You dropped out of high school, probably middle school to box. You just had them hands. You don't write that well, man. You know what I'm saying? It was too well written. And then the rough draft was hilarious, man. The rough draft was hilarious. I mean, I just feel like Floyd got in his feelings. It's not funny to Floyd. Like 50 having fun. Like 50 saw what Floyd said and laughed. Floyd saw it and got mad. Then 50 hit him with the 63-0.
The 63-0 was and this is the joke we ended up talking about, right? He said that you won 50-0 in fights, 11-0 with domestic abuse, and then 2-0 because you got your homeboy to kill his old lady and himself. Like that's. So that was the one that when he posted it, the backlash was he went too far. Same text group. The guy said, all these niggas need counseling. The other nigga died because of nothing. That nigga killed himself and his old lady. This shit is just sad. And then they kind of got on the bandwagon and said, this shit is sad. And 50 Cent and them are 40-year-old men, grown-ass men beefing about some stuff on social media. They acting like children. And that was the prevailing wisdom. I go back to what I said earlier. It made me say, I can't believe he said that.
Yeah. I think I don't think I said that to y'all, but it's like, 50? That's what you doing?
Yeah.
That's what you doing, 50? Because he told him, he said, champ, you're not going to like how I respond. Give me some time. He said, I'm running around right now, champ, but you're not going to like how I respond to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I guess I got my own life to live. I really don't have time to, I laugh at it, but I don't. That's between them two people, right?
Absolutely. Boy, you hit the nail on the head.
I can't say what's too far between them two, because if I go all out for one person, next year them boys will be hanging together, spending more money than I'll make in 10 years. You know what I mean? So, man, Floyd Mayweather got $300 million, bro. Well, he done made that much. Probably more. What am I all in I feel bad for Floyd Mayweather for, dog? Like, at the end of the day.
But people trying to couch it in, I feel bad for that woman and her family, and the fact that, I feel bad for tragedy all the time. That tragedy happened years ago, a couple years ago. I felt bad when it happened. That sucks. He killed him and his old lady. Yeah. Is it too soon? I mean, it's a bunch of things. People laugh about fucking Abraham Lincoln getting shot in the head. I mean, yes, it's probably not in good taste, but at the same time, it was a super wow clapback.
Oh,
hey, what?
Hey,
and I think he had that clapback warm for him. He knew that's where I'm going with it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like if somebody clap back on me that hard, I'm gonna clap back at you with a lie. I'm putting it out there. I'm just gonna say something that I'm gonna lie.
He was saying 50 had herpes. You remember?
I was about to say he came back with the herpes daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Came back then had a face.
I'm not herpes. I'm probably gonna go with that gangster. Like I'm probably
going full blown.
I'm probably going full blown. You got the worst thing. You and Magic Johnson got a lot in common. Like I'm going the full blown.
I mean, for me, me right now, I am nowhere near that rich, and I've been like, okay, and I just throw something back out there if we doing that. But see, me, I feel like when things like that are going on and you repost it, that's when you start getting, like, if I would have reposted that on my page, that's when you start tripping. Like, reposted the 6-3-0, You know what I'm saying? I think that's when you need to be like, okay, look here, you tripping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To send it to the little text groups and stuff like that. You can giggle and laugh like that about it. You know what I'm saying? Am I gonna go to work talking about that shit? No. Maybe if it's my homeboy at work, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, but I'm not gonna be at work with Caucasian people, you know what I'm saying, laughing about what 50 and Floyd did. No, not like that. You know what I mean?
I don't think I wouldn't have anything on the internet to say about it. Like, what I think is funny is we already kind of talked about this, like, hey, Dame Lillard, like, you know, or whatever.
Good game,
like,
good game.
All,
good game, Dame Lillard.
All 50, you wow.
Yeah.
Like, who does that? Who are these people?
There's buku people who be reposting that stuff to my
a lot. I mean, it's 120,000 people, couldn't?
Yeah. It was on Twitter going crazy. People was reposting it. I wouldn't repost it. Some like no.
And I mean,
I guess.
Go ahead.
I mean, I'm just thinking. You know, I might be a little off topic here, but I'm just thinking to myself, like, why, you know, like, I mean, the whole why can't we all just get along thing? Like, what y'all both rich? Like, both them boys got a lot of money, a lot of fame. Like, why are y'all? Go be happy.
Can I? And I think that I was gonna talk about that just now. Not even talk about it, but this is just my opinion.
My take on it. Go ahead.
I think it's just when you are that rich, not even rich, when you have that many followers, you know people are gonna interact with it. That's when you post shit like that. Like, it's like we have a little minor beef. But if I know a whole bunch of people gonna look at it and laugh and re-comment and do stuff and keep me relevant, I'm gonna say wild shit because I know people listening.
Oh, I wasn't even gonna say that. I was gonna say just because you're rich don't mean you're not lame, man. They don't make you real. When you rich, that does not make you real. You still the same clown you was when you ain't had no money. You just a rich clown.
I don't know if that make you a clown for clowning somebody though.
For beefing back and forth,
for,
like
for doing that on the
social
internet.
media.
Yeah, like
me, makes you a clown.
If it was two people, if it was this podcast is brought to you by P and Larry. If P and Larry was on the if P and Larry was on the gram beefing,
relax.
No, but I'm serious. Like if they was on the gram beefing, we would be like, why they got to do that on the gram?
Yeah, we would.
Like,
we would. You're right. No, you're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? If I have your number, it really, I'm just not going back and forth with nobody on social media like that. Like, that's why I don't be on Facebook. I just feel
soon as it starts getting intense, you take that shit right off the. As long as it's jokes.
I just be like, hey man, I say, hey bro, you are way too invested into this than I am.
Yeah.
Like talking about LeBron, but they be on Facebook going like I'm talking about like 200 and something posts off a sentence from Facebook. That's why I can't be on there. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like hate. Y'all hate people so much. Y'all don't even know that man. Like
don't know him at all.
It's too much, bro. I'm not going. And they be going like back and forth, like 60, 70 posts. I ain't got that kind of time. Number one, and then I just can't give you that kind of energy. It's not that crucial for me.
I also want to say this on that note. This podcast is brought to you by every single troll that I know on Facebook, and I want to shout out specifically this podcast is brought to you by Chad Bolo Breeze. If he ever become big, I know that he would be doing shit like this. Shout out.
Well,
it's just what he do. He just got that claim to fame.
Yeah,
I think that's what them boys do. You know, like
you run around here clout chasing, you mess around get that 69. What the boy name? Temptation. What that boy name is?
Temptation.
Tekashi. No, Tekashi 69. That boy Tekashi. Like rainbow head. You mess around, get that treatment. Boys, how you swole up in the hospital.
That's a whole nother story because I don't even know if that might be a publicity stunt for all that. But listen, speaking of other famous people, I made Los brought it up to me earlier this week. Then we made Raj listen to it today. That R. Kelly. I admit it. I did.
I admit. I couldn't read that pedal pumped at the Grammys when they asked me to present. I admit. I ain't going to church in a long time, but I'm a Jesus Christ fan. I admit. Man, R. Kelly ain't admit shit, man. Man, get out of here, R. Kelly.
He said he hit his old lady. He hit his old lady best friend in the back of that Benz, and he smashed something at the wrist.
That's something we all pretty much knew. You didn't think?
I'd like to give you my favorite lyrics of
Let's go.
So cutting that man said, no, it's not funny. It's my favorite lyrics off of the song. Like, I mean, that man went, I admit it. We stood up and then we started kissing. And we kissing, I'm tripping. I said, get back down because I'm pissing. That was probably my favorite one.
Stop, boy.
No, y'all don't remember that one?
No.
That was there. That was there. And then that man said, they introduced me to their daughters because all they want is the cash. And I say, well, fuck it, that is a father. Because all I want to do is just smash. And that one might have not been there.
I heard that one.
But that's what I heard.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, none of that's surprising though. Like it's R. Kelly. R. Kelly made.
So I like that, but I like the lyric when he said, I admit. I think the little girl was 13, but my lawyer told me to say that wasn't to me. I remember that part, and I liked it though. I liked it, cuz.
I told her hush.
I was set up.
My lawyer told me shut up.
Yeah. I told her my lawyer said to hush.
Yeah.
And then what's the real definition of a pedophile? Like I like women.
Yeah.
Old or young.
That's exactly what he said.
Exactly what he said, man. R. Kelly.
What is that?
Sit down somewhere.
He said
I'm not gonna lie though.
Played with his booty when he was 14 though. From a child till he was 14.
Yeah, from infancy to adolescence.
No, did he say did he say it was a dude or he just said he was?
He said a family member.
I said
family. He said they were playing with his booty though. He said he.
Well, if it was
sexual assault.
If it was a woman, he would have said my aunt or somebody like that. He wouldn't have just said a family. It was a dude.
So he make it seem like he been fucked up, and that's why he out here pissing on little girls. Allegedly.
And I think that a man hit that man, cuz. Like I don't think that it was his aunt. I think that was his uncle.
You think
you
think his uncle hit him and then made him into I'm only gonna knock down little kids?
No, I don't think that that's necessarily like. I mean, of course, that's the end game. That's what happened. But I don't think that his uncle was like, "All right, pay it forward." You know, like I don't think that that's how it went. You know, like I think that man said a family member touched me, and when he said that, like Al said, I think if it was a woman, he would have said it differently. Like
he would have used the female quantifier, like she did something.
Right. He left it open ended so y'all could think that there was a woman and he probably hadn't jumped on. I think R. Kelly just a super duper nasty freak dude.
So no, I agree with what you just said, Los. I think that R. Kelly ain't like this big pedophile in a sense of I want to smash me little girls. I said this in the early 2000s about R. Kelly, and I stand by this as long as I live. I feel like sometimes you get to a certain level of famous and certain level of doing it that you just run out of shit to do. And like,
but he keep inventing shit to do.
That's what I'm saying. So like, it was like, now I want to hit a little child because shit. Cause you remember when the sex tape came out? Like, think about it. It was grainy. It was old school. He was pissing on that little child.
Yeah,
and it was like,
hold
up, stop.
I never watched the sex tape because that's child pornography.
Yeah, but anyway, it goes over to the next little part, and it's like this big fine yellow sitting on the table. He eating that thing, but like just you remember that? It's just motorboating no butt.
Y'all tell me, I remember.
And I'm like, but my point is just if you got that big fine thing at your crib and it's gone down, like why you need to go kill why you need to go hit a little child because you ran out of shit to do. It's kind of
and I think at one point R. Kelly like you saying he did so much he was just like, well, she don't look that young. You know what I mean? I think he was at that point. Like, well, her mama brought her to me. Or daddy brought her to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they offering up sacrifices like goats around here. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, well, fuck it. This man, and y'all gonna stay and watch too? Cool. You know what I'm saying? I was just saying.
Stop it.
R. Kelly just wild like that.
What I really...
wild, R. Kelly just really, really wild.
You know, I think he is. I think that man, I think a lot of factors come into what that man is. You know, I think you got to be a certain type of person to be a celebrity. You know, like to handle that type of
celebrity
responsibility.
Yeah, responsibility.
You know?
Good word.
Yeah.
So and I don't think he could handle it. You know, like it's like LeBron James is doing a beautiful job of being a celebrity, right?
The best job of anyone ever.
Right? Like R. Kelly can't handle it. That man succumbed to every single temptation that could possibly happen.
But that man had dyslexia and he got raped as a child. That's what he want this song to make you think. But go ahead.
But that's what you see what he did. You see what he did, and I wanted to make that point too. That man made himself in one song made you feel bad for him for some reason. Hey, I'm broke. I can't read. I'm you know,
I don't smell good.
Yeah, everything. Like them boys put the devil on me, like all kind of stuff. He said the devil did him all kind of shit. Like, and I believe him. Like, he probably did succumb to all of this. He just couldn't handle being a celebrity. And that man probably really and truly, like, I mean, a whole bunch of factors, didn't have the right people around him. So,
I just think at some point, because R. Kelly been. Let's think about it. R. Kelly really been R. Kelly for like 30 years now, right?
Yeah.
So at some point,
12 Play was a long time ago, cut.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like. At some point, you got to be like,
shit.
All right,
I Believe I Could Fly was on the fucking soundtrack for Space Jam, nigga.
That's what I'm telling you. That's like 4 to 6 years ago,
right?
At some point, you got to grow up and be like, you know what? I got to stop this. But my thing, my problem with R. Kelly is he never came out before everybody was like, look here, we not gonna let you get no more money out here. That's when he's like, okay, well, let me come out and, you know, fix this where y'all can try somebody that feels sorry for me. But it's not gonna work, R. Kelly. You should have came out and said something. You should have made your song 25 years ago. You know what I'm saying? When
well, if he would have admitted in 01, he would have been in jail.
Not admitted.
If he would have said, I admit that he used that shit in court. No, he just
should have said, you know what I'm saying? I ain't perfect, whoop the whoop. And my big uncle, Uncle Larry, or Uncle Junebug, whatever they call his uncle in Chi-Town. You know what I'm saying? He played with my boy.
That man was very, 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 like, careful in what he said in this song.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
He was very, very loose in saying, y'all did me this, the devil did me this. I succumbed to drugs. But when it came down to any of his legal troubles, it was like,
I never succumbed.
Yeah, yo, see, I'm a pedophile. What's the real definition of a sex slave? Go look it up. Oh, I'll wait.
And wait. But you gotta tell him because he can't read. He say dyslexic, so somebody gotta tell him.
Isn't that funny? Because he can't read the definition himself. He's gonna wait for us to read it.
If he had Alexa, he definitely could have just asked Alexa. She definitely answered that for him.
But if you're dyslexic, you gotta have Alexa, couldn't?
Hey, that's what I'm telling you. Duh. It was made for people with dyslexia.
I thought it was a good song, but of course, here's the whole premise of the whole thing is R. Kelly, without question, his greatest claim to fame is making songs that's way too long.
In the Closet,
way too long.
In the Closet is a classic, but the visual of In the Closet when the midget came out.
Oh yeah, that thing was he did great things musically. It is R. Kelly.
He really should have put that in the movies like Kevin Hart be doing stuff like that. Like he should have put that in the movies.
I was thinking to myself how beautiful of a career like we were watching Snoop Dogg have. Like, why couldn't that be R. Kelly? Like, I feel like every single OG that we know of that's like in the music business, like should do. Like, I feel like that man just rides the wave.
Roger, we know why it can't be R. Kelly. He like to piss in
exactly
13-year-old girls.
Exactly, that man be tripping. That man just not there.
He did admit to smoking weed and drinking Hennessy with Aaliyah when she was 13 or something, 10 years old.
I wondered, was he saying he smashed Wendy Williams?
Yeah.
He said they turned off their phones, gun.
He did say something about Wendy.
I don't want to visualize that man smashing on Wendy Williams.
Well, she didn't always look like she looked.
No, you still don't want to smash Wendy Williams. Listen, we got 2 more stories that I definitely want to touch on, and we pushing up on it already. So, definitely let's do our due diligence as black men and talk about this for a second. Okay. And I'm gonna throw out the story. And for once I'm gonna say, I'll leave it up to you if you want to research it anymore. If you haven't already heard of it, you might just want to listen to this part and just leave it where it is. Sheriff's detectives said that a Florida man, Michael Dretka, age 47, approached Brittany Jacobs while her boyfriend, what's his name? I'm sorry, Marquise McLaughlin. Sorry. And the couple's 5-year-old son went inside the store. The name of the store was Circle A, which is just so funny to me that there's a fake Circle K called Circle A, or maybe Circle K is a fake Circle A. But Dreka and Jacobs, so the dude began arguing with her about parking in the handicap space. Jacobs could see she parked in the handicap spot outside the Circle A food store in Clearwater and told Good Morning America this week that Dreka pulled up in a silver SUV and began yelling and cursing at her. McLaughlin, her baby daddy, came out the store and sees the guy yelling at her, and she's sitting in the car. So by the time her boyfriend comes up defending him and defending the children, he pushes him down. there's a visual of it. He walks over there out of the store. Like the dude think he just wilding on a black woman who's sitting in a car by herself. So he pull up and he cursing her out and wilding on her at her car. The boyfriend sees it. He comes outside and he pushes him down. Two little kids was in the car with her, and a 5-year-old son was in the store. Surveillance footage from the store sees him pushing him, and then when he falls to the ground, Drecka tumbles onto his back, and he briefly stands over and pulls up his shorts. Anyway, long story short, McLaughlin pulled out a pistol, shot him in the chest. He wasn't arrested. Dude died. Stand your ground. He died in front of his son in the Circle A, and whatever. They're gonna give him immunity and all kind of other shit like that. Yeah. So long story short, it's another hashtag name, Marquise McLaughlin, R.I.P. He pushed the nigga down and he shot him in the chest. And I guess that is fucking America. That motherfuckers walk around with fucking guns and wait for shit. And there is a video of another motherfucker from that store they interviewed talking about, he did the same shit to me 2 weeks ago. He ran on me about parking in that handicap spot, and then he said he was going to shoot me. And he showed him that he had a gun and said, I'm going to shoot you.
Hey, bro, the whole thing I took away from this story is that white man got out of his car with his pistol. Had no reason to have a pistol, arguing with a woman.
He was going to shoot the woman.
That's what I was just about to say. Who would say if she would have said something, because black women got that tone.
Or slapped him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or said something slick and hurt his feelings, he was gonna pull that pistol out and shoot that lady. He going around looking for the beef. You know what I'm saying? That's not protection, man. The man pushed you down. He didn't get over you and start beating you. He was just like, hey, chill out, talking to my old lady like that, and push the man. You know what I mean? And the first thing you did, because you a bitch, was reach for your fucking gun. But you know what though? He gonna get his though. And it might not be about a human or anybody like that. You can't. One thing I know for sure, you can't live with it on your heart, bro. You kill somebody, dog. You know what I'm saying? And your name out there, your whole name out there, not in his community, depending on where he stay, he might be celebrating and be all right. But at night, he not sleeping good, dog. No way. He gon' it's just like Zimmerman. You know what I'm saying? He been going through shit ever since he shot Trayvon.
It depends on what he got in his heart, man. He might be able to sleep at night. If in his heart all he wanted to do was kill a nigga, he might be able to sleep at night.
Karma's coming back to that boy, bro.
Karma don't ever fucking come back for the people it's supposed to come back for.
It been come back on Zimmerman ass heavy. We did that bullshit. Nah, it's not gonna be easy for that man.
I just don't get the mentality of like I'm walking around with that pistol and if a motherfucker fuck with me, I'm shooting him. And I don't get. And I guess you got to go vote, right? I guess you got to go vote to make that law make sense. But in reality, there's time and time and time and time again in Florida where they are sending black people to jail and not letting them use the stand your ground law. Yeah. It's a racist, fucked up system that allows white men, and just not even white men, it allows people who are not black to shoot black people and get the fuck away with it. They can kill us all they want. And there's no repercussions for it. It's
just like, did you watch Boomerang when they was shooting pool? Mm-hmm. And Mark was like, and the game is over when the white ball drives the black ball completely off the fucking table. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the whole premise of this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like my growing up, while I was growing up, a dude always told me, he said, man, you know what I'm saying? It always be, leery of a scary dude. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll kill you. You know what I'm saying? A scary dude a gun to kill. A scary dude to kill you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be leery of them little dudes. Like, dudes scary, be talking all that stuff and all that, and mess around, get a gun. Like, you bullets be picking on people. That little man scared. Like, them people be shooting at schools. They scared. Like, but that man walking around starting shit and really scared. So that's why you go to the convenience store with a gun. Ain't nobody messing with that old man.
Like, honestly, what makes this story so so troubling to me is if I walk out of the store and my children are in the car and a man is at the window of my old lady car and he yelling and cursing her out.
You doing the same
I'm probably not even thinking about it. I'm probably just punching that bitch in the face. Like, get the fuck off, get the fuck away from my family, dog.
Yeah.
I'm not even fucking thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm blacking.
And he pull a gun and shoot you.
and kill me right up, and it's good.
Yeah. And the thing, my thing about this situation, this story is that his old lady and his kids got to live the rest of their life knowing that man's still free, going to that same.
So cutting to me, and I'm hearing everything y'all saying, but to me, the worst thing about this is that man is not in jail.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the worst thing. Like I get it. I mean, of course, the worst thing is that somebody had to die in this situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But the fact that the law doesn't protect me, the fact that the law gives that man, like, I get okay. Let me give dude the benefit of the doubt and saying, and call me what you will, but let me give dude in this scenario the benefit of the doubt that he was scared and he felt the need to use his gun. But they got eyewitness accounts. That man, old lady was right there that said that was cruel and unusual, or it was overplayed. He didn't have to shoot him. Mm-hmm. If you didn't have to shoot somebody and you shot him, you should be in jail. Like it's not about standing your ground. Like to me, like you didn't have to shoot that man. If they didn't have no kind of tussle after you pulled your gun at them, like you didn't have to shoot that dude.
Literally pushed him and was standing there, like not running him down, not slamming his head into the ground, just standing there like, bitch, don't like relax.
All he was doing was saying, get the fuck on from my family.
Didn't punch him, just pushed him hard.
He pushed him hard. That's it. And the man immediately reached for that gun. He shot him while he was on the ground and shot him.
Yep.
Like, do you ever, like, I go to the gun range a lot. You know what I'm saying? I be going to the gun range. And when I'm in there, I be looking around like, these motherfuckers that be shooting niggas in here. Like, they ready. They ready. You be next to the guy with a machine gun with a silencer on it. You know what I'm saying? With like 300 rounds.
I'm thinking I want to tell you just a quick story. I was at a Mardi Gras parade years back. I don't even know how old I was, but I was a kid. And this little girl that was on a float threw a bead to this white woman that was standing next to me. Mm-hmm. And I caught the bead because I'm agile and shit. And so I caught the bead. And the lady immediately tried to grab the bead out of my hand. But I wasn't like trying to fight with her. But my initial instinct was, oh, I'm going to win this. Like, I caught the bead. I'm going to win this battle. I wasn't trying to steal her bead, but if she'd have said, hey, I know that little girl, can you something. When I'm a kid, you shouldn't be talking to me anyway. So she tried to grab the bead out of my hand, and here my mom comes out of nowhere and pushes the lady, right? Get off my son. No, really, I mean, I'm 7 years old, like I'm a kid. Yeah. I'm not 13, 14, 15, I'm a kid. I was at the parade with her.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm putting myself in this situation. If that lady would have pulled a gun out and shot my mama,
and nothing would have happened,
and never went to jail, I would be living.
You would be Ron Smooth the Killer probably by now, or Black Panther.
Tattoos on your face. You would definitely have tattoos on your face.
Yeah, you'd have moved to the Calio Projects.
Yeah, I'd have probably been fucked up if that's what y'all trying to say.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to say. Basically. That's what we're trying to say. Like
it's extreme, but that's what
them little boys about to grow up without no fucking daddy, and his daddy got killed right in front of him.
The scary thing to me, they gonna hate white people though. You know what I'm saying? White people are great, bro. Like with some white people out here who are phenomenal, dog. You know what I'm saying? And you have that experience with a white man who killed your daddy. It's hard to ever, and you want to be moving out here in America that way. Yeah, with that hatred in your heart for white people because a white man killed your dad, and people will never understand why you feel that way you feel for that culture. You know what I mean? Just because you were wrong.
A lot of people, a lot of times we talk about stories, and I say, "Man, go look it up. Go look at the video." Honestly, I would say don't watch it. Just listen to what we just said and kill it. I'm tired of watching black men get killed. I mean, I had to watch it to feel like. To understand if there was any kind of justification. I saw it one time. I never watched it again after that. I'm not interested in seeing that shit. Like, and you shouldn't really be interested in seeing that shit either. Our fucking society is becoming too fucking what's the right word I'm looking for? I know exactly what it is. Yeah, we're damn. Numb is a great word, but we are you know what word I'm looking for. But anyway. We've become way too... Fuck, it's going to hit me in a couple minutes. to that. Numb. Let's go. But there's one other story that I want to talk about before we wrap it up. KD is beefing with CJ McCollum. Follow a little sports feel for the end of the day.
Light skin versus
the word I was looking for was desensitized. I knew it was gonna hit me eventually. But so basically, like he said, light skin versus dark skin. I'm thinking bad hair, good or bad hair. See if I care. But this shit been brewing, and it was on
McCollum don't have good hair.
Well, Kevin Durant absolutely has bad hair.
Okay,
the worst. KD definitely.
I mean,
African. Mambubu Drive.
Steph Curry got that good shit compared to KD, so let's just put it like that.
His head shit.
So in social media, what I think is funny is CJ McCollum said, "I think the B word is harsh and shouldn't be used. He know that his decision was soft, but I respect it. It's like getting jumped with your brothers by a gang you should have beat, then joining the gang that jumped you and your brothers 2 months later and forgetting about your bros." This was after the podcast, and it was going back and forth on the podcast. He basically told Kevin Durant, we can win the championship. And Kevin Durant was like, nah, come on, bro. Y'all can't win a championship. Y'all not good enough.
Well, really, at first, he was like, man, I feel some kind of way. Basically, he was saying, I feel some kind of way about y'all getting Boogie, too. Because he wanted Boogie. Boogie, him, CJ and Boogie cool. So he felt some kind of, he was trying to get Boogie to go to Portland, but the front office was like, we're not fucking with that big, tall, crazy. No, we don't want to play with, and he hurt? No. But the Warriors like, come on. Come play up.
Yeah. But I think basically what he was saying was like I got I didn't get very far. I read the whole thing, but I didn't get very far into his write up, into his little tweet, because what I saw him say was Kevin Durant is a bitch.
He did.
That's what he said.
So
I don't want to use the B word, but that man is a bitch. That's what he said.
What's funny is the subtext. When Kevin Durant responded, he said, "So I would get in a gang fight, lose, plot on my brother for 2 months in our home, and then go get the gang we lost to beat him up? Question mark. You think that low? You think that low on me, CJ? I just did your fucking podcast. Snakes in the grass, boy. I tell you." So that was Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant been big coming back at people. So what I think is funny with the last, well, I know why. I know what you're gonna say because he's emboldened now. But CJ McCollum, last little comeback to him. The subtext of this is so funny to me. He said, "There's no feud. Y'all gotta chill. It's simply an analogy. I'm done speaking on KD and the Warriors because it's childish of me to do so and soft. LOL. I know that's gonna be taken out of context. I've always said what I feel, but we all know that I've never been a snake emoji. Back to the grind." And he puts that thing with the picture. The picture is him is him hooping on one side, and on the other side is him training, like boxing with a nigga. Yeah. So the subtext is Kevin Durant, I'll beat your ass, dog.
It's basically you can see these hands.
If you want to. If you really want to.
We could do that too. We could do that too.
Hey, but you know what's wild though? You know what's wild? I don't never like any of Kevin Durant's comebacks because he should just shut up. Like, I feel like he should know he was a bitch for that and just wear it. Okay, cool. You was a bitch. You wanted an easy road to the championship. You did it. Cool. Was the fact that man said something along the lines of, "I just did your podcast." Like as if, you know what I'm saying? And in real talk, it is a big deal if Kevin Durant does your podcast. But man, F you, man.
For me, I feel like I would have felt some kind of way too if I did your podcast and you ain't sending this to my face. You know what I mean? You ain't said it to my face. But we all know that Kevin Durant had like 6 or 7 little sneaky accounts to clap back at people. He need help with that. Like, he need ghostwriters. He got enough money to. If I would like get Ha Davis or somebody, you don't know, somebody big on Twitter
to help me. Like, honestly,
to help me write my stuff, to help me write my little comeback so I could beat better. Because we
all
know Kevin Durant is not social network savvy.
You get a nigga like you get a nigga like motherfucking who is Ryan Davis?
Yeah.
To write all of your motherfucking boy, that should be funny, boy.
Yeah, and tell him shit, and just pay him a no way, shut the fuck up, make him sign a cease and desist clause, and have him like, hey, you saw that? Go on get him. You know what I mean?
That's my social media writer.
Yeah. If you gonna go back and forth with people, because I'm number one, Kevin Durant was in somebody in a dude DMs, man. It's no way. And
you saw he was in a 17-year-old dude DMs like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, and the 17-year-old was eating him up. He was killing him. My whole thing about it is, I make way too much money, and my life is way too great. Way too great. I'm winning championships back to back now. I'm Finals MVP. I'm killing LeBron finally, and you still like. That's how you know. That's when I say when
you insecure.
Just because you rich don't make you a real nigga, man. You still lame. You still the same old guy you always been. You just got buku money. That's why he probably would never leave the Warriors, because he can't function on his own like that. He too insecure, bro. He can't go.
You know what I think? I think whenever you take a full step back and look at what happened and like how the Oklahoma City Thunder kind of broke apart, and you look at how cool it was that James Harden went to the Rockets and like kind of by himself made that team a really good team, yeah. You know, and then like you think, I wish that's what Kevin Durant would have did. Mm-hmm. You know, like I wish that man would have went to like any other team than the Warriors. Literally any other team.
It's not in them, no, Raj.
Or stay with Oklahoma City.
I mean, honestly, for the league, it would have been so much better if that man would have went to Washington and played for the Wizards, cutting with John Wall them, and like, to me, make another Eastern Conference team very good, where it was like KD versus LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals every year. Like I'd be all in on that, and the league would be better for it.
The thing, the whole thing about KD is he can't function like he don't have what LeBron has in him. People always talk about LeBron. He be crying or all that. Bro, LeBron is a beast, bro. LeBron can go anywhere. LeBron went back to Cleveland when they had won like 3 games the year before, and they went to the finals.
But think about it like this: you just said that Kevin Durant should have went to the Wizards with them boys. What's his name? James Harden went to the Rockets with nobody, and then they built that team around him. Yeah. LeBron went to the Cavaliers with nobody. Like, I mean, Kyrie, but Kyrie wasn't even Kyrie yet.
I get your point.
That man just went to the Lakers with nobody, and they're going to build around them, and like they're going to figure it out and put some pieces around and get that Kevin Love trade. I'm not saying that it's going to be Kevin Love, but it's going to be somebody that's going to join him, and they're going to make a championship team. That's what I wish would have happened for Kevin Durant instead of him making the bitch move and going to another team. Like, that's not cool.
I think it's too. Al say this every now and then when we be intoxicated. He be like, you really don't, or somebody else, you don't get sensitive about nothing that's not true. You know what I'm saying? If shit ain't true, you laugh at it and be like, man, gone. But when it's true, it make you feel some kind of way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He never gonna not feel that. And you know what? Honestly, that's kind of why I go a little bit against what you just said, Los. I think Raj, I don't remember which one of y'all said that he might actually lead the Warriors one day. If the noise gets so loud, like in about 2 or 3 more years, let's say they win 4 championships in a row.
He might.
He might say, "Nah, man, I'm really that good. I'm really that guy, and I could go win by myself."
We'll see his character and his track record. If he does,
don't look that promising.
If he does, it's gonna be a perennial all-star there already.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He's not gonna go. He's not gonna go and like he can come to the Pelicans.
LeBron really did just go to a team with nobody on it.
And nobody.
And then you saw a picture of LeBron off the coast or something crazy, chilling, swimming, jumping off. You know what I'm saying? He ain't tripping.
I will say this. I think that it's possible. I don't think that it's going to happen. I think that man is going to be a Warrior for the rest of his prime. But I think it's what makes it possible. I think LeBron James has definitely opened up the door for a superstar to move more than once. You know, like you look at all of the superstars, and any superstar that really ever moved teams usually just like moved once. Yeah. Charles Barkley, all of them other.
He was in Cleveland.
Charles Barkley went twice, but the last one was the old school ring chaser. I get you.
He was in the Cleveland.
Well, I'm saying, okay, look, like I'm not talking about moving like in your late in your career. I'm talking about just in your prime. You move usually none or once. LeBron done moved a bunch of times in his prime, so. I think it's inside the realm of possibility for Kevin Durant to leave, but Boogie might be that key. You know, like I'm thinking that like it's got to be something like internal that's gonna make that man move because
he beefing with Draymond. Or
exactly,
something.
It's not gonna be because I don't want to win no more.
Yeah,
that man is done with that.
Hey man, we gonna talk about 6ix9ine?
Nah, not today, man. Cue that music for nothing nice to say.
You know they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Al don't nice.
Oh, whoa, happy birthday, cut. You nice, huh? What you made, about 31? No, for real. You 34, brother? That's a blessing, man. Back in the day, man, they used to say it was a challenge to make it to 21, man. Triple X Tenchi ain't even lived to 21. Biggie Smalls ain't made it to 25. Pac ain't even made it to 26. So, Kim Folk, you blessed. But I want to ask you something, man. I don't want you to take it the wrong way. Why the hell you think I'm finna donate to some random charity on your Facebook because you went around the sun another year? Oh, you want me to give to the ASPCA because you think dogs is mistreated? You want boys to help stop lupus with some dollars? Child poverty is a big deal, so you think we can put an end to that and with a little piece of my salary? I mean, don't get me wrong. These are all very worthwhile charities. But I had no clue you were such a big-time advocate. Even more so, I wasn't planning to buy you shit anyway. How about you take it like this? Matter of fact, I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to leave a comment on your page. How about you just take this like? I'm thinking there should be some kind of sliding scale to this. If you're my homeboy, I'll give you some cash and you can donate it wherever you like. But if that's the only reason I know it's your birthday is because it comes up on my Facebook notifications, I'm not going to be helping with your cause. Side note, happy birthday, CAP.
Wow.
I bought that boy a bottle of Ciroc brandy earlier this week. That damn Ciroc. That Ciroc Erkin jerk. That motherfucking Ciroc Pissy Paul Masson.
Yeah.
I mean, it was actually pretty good. We polished off the whole bottle that day. But back to the point. Back to the point. I don't like the whole concept of the Facebook donation because I just don't trust Facebook like that. I feel like 20% of that boy gone to Zuckerberg them. And I saw they board of trustees online the other day. And let's just say there's a lack of diversity. And then even more than that, I think it's funny that I saw Common had people donating to his individual charity for his birthday. He raised $20,000 because he's famous. Okay, I guess that's something. But when I look at regular, non-famous individuals, they be raising $6.25 to fight childhood obesity. I'm thinking every dollar matters, but shouldn't you just take that $6.25 and buy some bottled water, some romaine lettuce, and some vegetables for a fat kid in the neighborhood? Because truth be told, I ain't got nothing nice to say about charitable crowdsourcing via the internet for your birthday, just to let people know that you care about other people besides yourself and that you're really a good person on the inside. So I really won't say nothing at all.
This nigga ain't shit.
That's all.
Hey, I'm gonna say
have y'all not been getting those little things talking about donate to my birthday? Y'all ain't never seen those?
It's gonna sound really, really fucked up, but Mama, I love you. Shout out, Mama, I love you. My mama told me we went to Disneyland last week, and she was like, "Hey, I really need you to give some money." I put it on Facebook. I'm like, "Mama, please tell me you ain't do the donation thing." She said, "Yeah, for your birthday you do." I said, "Mama, take it down now." Like, take it down now.
Donation daddy.
I got so mad. If my aunt had sickle cell or whatever, and she won't hurt people. I was like, "Well, Mama, that's not a good look. That's not how we operate." She was like, "Wow, I don't understand. It's on Facebook. Everybody do it." I said, "You know what? That's why I'm not on Facebook like that. Right there. That's why."
But you know, stuff never ever stays awesome. You know, like stuff always is real cool. And then it gets less awesome with time. I guess maybe we outgrow it.
It's really when old people
exactly. But what I'm saying is, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say, but I'm going to say it like this from a person that had a lot of fun with Facebook. I would have liked it if when you're in college, you get to use Facebook, and then when your college email expires, you can no longer access Facebook. That would have been dope to me. You know, you can't use it. You can't have
that mean Instagram would have been full of my mama and her church friends. No.
Oh, MySpace would still be popping.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I'm talking about Facebook. I feel like Facebook is what, like, I mean, MySpace was first, but Facebook, like, took it and ran with it. Like, Facebook was crazy dope at one point in time.
I just feel sorry for Black Planet in this whole mix.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever met anybody from Black Planet? Black Planet was just a whole bunch of imaginary people to me.
Boy, yeah, I met buku people from Black Planet. We all have Black Planet places at school. Everybody at school, we used to go to the computer lab to get on Black Planet, boy.
Yeah, Black Planet was a nice little run.
Well, y'all boys went to black colleges and universities. I didn't. So a black college was like...
They probably was flyers for Black Planet
Chemistry.com to me.
Exactly. They had Black Planet parties too.
Wasn't around for that.
They was at Planet Fitness.
You stupid.
It was a black party at Planet Fitness. All right, man. Look, we'll check y'all out. I mean, we on our, like I said, we on a 1 week hiatus.
Twitter page, please jump on the Twitter page, man. Like everything, share, tell a friend, and then tell another friend.
Tell a friend again, man. Look,
and then when you at church, when you shouting, shout us out.
Shabbat. Hey, best friend weekend part 2 Ooh. On the cool is 2 months away. 8 weeks away. Ooh. Atlanta. Saints, big Falcons, the weekend of September the 20-something, 20 whatever the weekend they
play. The 23rd.
23rd.
The 20-something. With a TH at the end. The 20-something.
Yeah. I told him I hit him on the 33rd. Yeah, no, it's going down. It's going down.
Yeah, come through, man.
So, shh. Get your permission slip now. Get ready.
Yeah.
Tell your old lady. We go and watch the Saints game. Tell your dude.
And that's all.
We go and watch the Saints.
We going. Oh my God.
Wholesomely watching the Saints game.
And make sure you drink a lot of water that whole week before.
Somebody, but guess what? That section not going on my card this time.
Oh no, that's straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie. That Airbnb, straight cash, homie.
Yeah. Hope they take cash.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. Well, I'll let y'all next week. Well, I always edit all this part out anyway because this is prior to Rumble. So y'all ready for that Rumble?
Wrong? I got mine. Wrong? Your mustache too big? You need to leave all of this shit on there, cuz.
No, cuz. I don't have time for all that bullshit.
Y'all know what that is? What's wrong? Your mustache too big? You know what that come from?
No, cuz.
Damn, cuz. Well, if you like the movie Life, you need to watch the bloopers of the movie Life, cuz.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
I don't like the movie Life, so that's over.
You don't like the movie Life?
That shit canceled. That shit canceled.
He likes it, cuz.
That shit canceled.
Maybe always one of them niggas. Lakers making, just always one of them niggas. Big Jared Thomas ass nigga. That's what he
Jingle leg. No Jared Thomas right now. Huh? I'm JT.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's rough.
And
man.
I don't know if I don't know if y'all boys know, so I'm a big follower of that movie, cuz. That man name is Janky Leg, cuz, not Jingling. I always thought it was Jingling, like everybody else. And
Janky Leg.
Janky Leg.
Janky Leg.
And if you're wide up, do the Janky Leg.
Shut up, man.
All right.
He's showing y'all something y'all ain't knew nothing about.